Hey Freedom Gorillas, in today's video we're taking a look at the new Defender CCW and ST enclosed optics and comparing them to the open emitter optics. We'll cover everything you need to know, talk about similarities and differences. And before we get started, everything on today's video can be found at freedomgorilla.com at the best price plus free shipping. For those of you who don't know what an enclosed emitter means, all that means is that there is a second plane of glass at the back. So the emitter is right there and shooting out to the window. That is going to stop any sort of debris coming through on this side, such as rain, dust, lint, anything like that, like dirt, and the optic is going to stay much cleaner and more reliable. So let's start with similarities first. All four of these are the CCW, which is an RMSC footprint. The ST is a DPP, the Delta Point Pro footprint. All four of these are made out of 775 aluminum. All of them, the open and enclosed, do have that fast rack texturing on both of the optics. They all include basically the same amount of screws and goodies like the shim and the rubber cover here, but the enclosed optics also include a 2-inch T10 Torx bit, which is nice to get the screws down, and that's because it is obviously much harder to do that on the enclosed optic, to screw it down, because it's tighter compared to the open emitter. And they all have motion activation, so after 10 minutes they turn off. If you pick it up, they turn back on. Now we'll get into differences, and I'm going to start with the battery because there's a lot of differences on this. First off, the open emitters have this top loading battery, and the enclosed emitters obviously have a side battery. That is going to add a little bit extra width to this. It actually reminds me a lot of the SIG Romeo X series because their batteries are also in the same position on the side there, but just know it's on the side, not the top. Now almost all of these are using a CR2032 battery. The open emitter CCW is still using a CR1632 battery, but the new Defender CCW enclosed, that's using a CR2032. For the CCW open emitter, that gives you 9,500 hours of battery, and for the enclosed, that's giving you 35,000 hours of battery and 150,000 hours with the solar on. With the Defender ST battery, the open emitter, you're getting 25,000 hours of battery, and again, just like the CCW enclosed, it's 35,000 hours of battery or 150,000 hours with the solar. As far as solar panel goes, this is like the introduction to the Vortex solar panel. Both the CCW and the Defender ST have that solar panel there. So that will help you gain battery life. And just like the Holosuns, it is acting like a battery supplement. So if the battery did die, you're able to use the solar. It's not going to charge the battery. It just acts as an additional battery source. As far as reticles go, the new enclosed has the multi-reticle system. So that's using the 3 MOA dot, a 32 MOA ring, or you could have it toggled so that both the dot and the ring are on. On the open emitters, you have your choice of a 3 MOA dot or 6 MOA dot. The CCW and ST also come with a green reticle, but there is not a multi-reticle option on the CCW and the CT just yet. And both the open emitters, if you are interested in a 3 MOA dot, have an FDE option for the housing. The CCW and ST enclosed emitters only come in this black housing so far. I wouldn't be surprised to see an FDE option at some point. For reticle brightness, for the open emitters, we are looking at 10 brightness levels with 2 night vision settings. And for the enclosed options, we're upping that to 12 brightness levels, again with 2 night vision settings. So there's 2 more brightness levels with the enclosed emitters. As far as weight goes, as you guessed it, the enclosed emitters, with having that second plane of glass, is going to weigh a little bit more than the open emitters, and that's just because there's all this extra material here. As far as window size goes, the enclosed emitter is slightly larger than the open emitter. That's the CCW, and here it is on the ST. The footprints are still staying the same. The CCW is still RMSC. It's a true RMSC, which means you can mount it directly to RMSC slides such as the Glock 43X and Hellcat. The ST is still a Delta Point Pro, so you can mount that directly to like a SIG P20, for example, with no adapter plates needed. Yeah, so overall, you're really just looking at a better battery life and a closed emitter, so it's that second pane of window, so more durability. You're adding the solar panel on top to help with that battery, and you're gaining the multi-reticle system. That's really the main advantages of going on the enclosed side. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the enclosed optics. If you'd like to see any information about these two optics, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for watching, Freedom Grills. We'll see you on the next video.